Okay. Gill slits are right here, and their function is to pump water through the shark to provide oxygen to help with respiration. And then the fin types, here are the pectoral fins, and here's the dorsal fin, and the caudal fin, which is heterocercal, and their function is that the fins help guide swimming direction and movement. And the ampullae of Lorenzini is right here, little dots. They are gel-filled electroreceptors that help the shark sense electromagnetic fields, detect changes in the water. The spiracle is right here, and that draws in oxygenated water, which helps in respiration. I'll just cover this. Lateral line is right here, and that detects nearby movement and vibrations. The scale type, you can see the scales all along there are plasmoid scales, and the scales are pointing towards the tail, and they help reduce friction while swimming. Hold on. The spleen is right here, and this helps filter blood, produces white blood cells and antibodies. It also helps fight infections. The kidney is right here, right there, and that filters waste out of the blood. And the stomach, here's the cardiac, and here's pyloric, and that breaks down foods and digests foods. The rugae of the stomach is right inside the stomach. You can't really see it. And that helps with churning of food in stomach. It allows the stomach to expand and absorb more nutrients. And the liver, here's the right liver, and the left liver, and the medial liver. And the gallbladder is on top of it. And the function of that is that it filters blood, it takes waste out of the blood, and it produces bile. It is also rich in oil, and it gives this energy to the shark. The brain is right there. And that is the center of the nervous system. It controls motion functions of the shark. And the heart is right here. And that pumps blood to the body, and it pumps blood to the organs to be oxygenated. The transverse septum is right there below the heart, that little flappy part. And it's a sheet of tissue that separates two cavities. And then the aorta, ventral and dorsal. The ventral aorta is right there, and the dorsal aorta is right here. And the function of the ventral aorta is that it receives blood from the ventricle and gives it to the gills. And the dorsal is that it carries oxygenated blood from the gills to the body. The rectal gland is right here, and it regulates the shark's salt balance. The pancreas is right there, and the function is that it partakes in the secretion of many digestive enzymes. The gallbladder, we already went through, but it's right there, and it stores bile. Yeah, it stores bile. The cloaca is right there, and that collects the products from the colon and the urogenital ducts. The gonads are right here, and testes, which are male gonads, produce sperm, and female gonads, which are ovaries, produce organs, which produce eggs. And both testes and ovaries make gametes.
Gonads is a funny word.
Intestines.
Okay.
Right here is the duodenum, which leads into the ileum, which goes into the colon. And the duodenum or duodenum, whatever, it digests food. The ileum absorbs nutrients, and the colon sends waste to the cloaca for excretion. The hepatic portal vein is right here, and that's the artery, and that's the vein. The posterior intestinal artery and vein is right here. And that's the artery, and that's the vein. And the post and pre-traumatic artery is in the gills. So right there, all that red stuff. And the lateral abdominal vein. It's right here. And the caudal artery and vein. Artery, vein. And the functions of those are the hepatic portal vein delivers blood to the liver. The post and pre-traumatic vein oxygenates blood in gills. The posterior intestinal artery and vein that travels blood to the ileum. And the lateral abdominal vein is a vein that runs along the lateral body line. And the caudal artery and vein, it carries blood to and from the tail.